Good morning, children. Today, in continuation with the properties of natural resources, today we will start from this observe and discuss point. So, for that, what they told you, we have to take a some water in a plastic cup. Okay, this is the plastic cup. This is the plastic cup. We have to take some water inside it. Okay, and then what happens? Uh, Plastic cup and hold a straw upright in it. This is a straw. Okay, it is hold inside it. Hold a small piece of another straw near the upper end. So here is the one more straw is there, and we are holding it upper end for the first straw and perpendicular to that of the straw. Means these are how many? They are in a right angle with each other. Blow hard through the small piece of a straw. From here we have to blow very hardly, very forcefully. You will see the fountain of water. And why did this happens? Okay, so why did this happen? Before looking that, we will see this experiment.
For this simple experiment, you will require 2 straws, thermocol balls and a glass of water. Take a straw, make a small cut and stick some rubber so that both the pieces are at right angles. Place a small stem in the glass and blow from the other end, and you will see a fine mist of water like a spray coming out. You can see this in a close-up. It's a very fine mist, a spray which comes out. Now take a fat straw and again stick a rubber piece to keep them at right angles. Place it in a glass full of small thermocol balls, and if you blow, the thermocol balls will be sucked in and blown out. It's a great sight to behold.
Now you saw this experiment of effect of air pressure, how to make the fountain, and with this we see one more experiment by using the thermocol pieces. If we keep the small thermocol pieces in this glass, and if you use this does the same thing, then what happens? The small thermocol pieces also what happens? It is blown out like a fountain. Okay, so what happens actually in it, that we will see now. Okay, so on blowing through the straw, when we are blowing through this straw, at that time what happens? The air at its open end is pushed away from this side. What happens? Air is pushed away, and hence the pressure of the air at the opening goes down. Then hence the pressure of air at opening goes down, as the pressure of the air near the open end. Means here what happens? From here air moves away, and here what happens? The lower upper end air open goes down. As the pressure of this air near upper end, erect straw becomes less. Now here air pressure becomes less. Here is air pressure becomes less than the atmospheric pressure. When we are blowing from this position, what happens? The air pressure, what happens? It becomes less, and then what happens? The water and then the atmospheric pressure and the water in the cup push away, and because of this lower pressure, what happens? The water from this glass comes in the straw, and what happens? It flow away. Where the pressure is higher and where it is lower, then it is upward direction. What they told you, from where pressure is higher to pressure is where, means there is a lower pressure, from that place to the pressure, this is air pressure is water pressure is more inside it, and that water what happens? It is pulled up, and what happens? And when we are blowing, that time what happens? It produces a shower like or fountain like water particles are coming from this position. So where the pressure is higher to where it is low, then it is the upward direction, and the water comes out in the form of a fountain, and the more forcefully you blow, the higher will be the fountain. Okay, the straw fountain works as a Bernoulli's principle, and this is called as a Bernoulli's principle. Bernoulli's, Nouillis, Bernoulli's principle. Okay, so after this experiment, what use your brain powers question is there. So what is the effect of increased temperature on air pressure? What is the effect of increased temperature in the air pressure? Okay, so So actually what happens when the effect of increased temperature, when we are increase the temperature of air, so what happens, warm air is there, it causes air pressure to rise. Due to this warm air, the air pressure, what happens, it rises, air pressure is rises. Okay, as the air pressure rises, when the air molecules are there, then what happens, when air molecules collide, means they collide on each other, they exert the force on each other, and because of this collision, what happens, these are suppose the air particles, and what happens, they collide on each other, means they collide each other, and what happens, they exert the force on each other, and due to this collision, force is exerted on each other. And when gas molecules are heated, these gas molecules, when we are heated, the molecules move quickly, this moving is starting very quickly, and due to this, what happens, increased velocity causes more collision. Velocity means one kind of a speed. So due to this, what happens, increased velocity, what happens, collision is more, and as a result, what happens, more force is exerted on each molecule and air pressure increases. From this, what we are understanding, when we increase the temperature, the air pressure, what happens, increases. When we increase the temperature, air pressure increases. Okay, clear? Air pressure increases. Now move towards the next point. See here. When there exists a difference in the air pressure, now air pressure we seen that when there is a difference in the air pressure, the at two different places, suppose this is the place where air pressure is more, and this is the place where air pressure is less. So what happens, then the air start flowing from the place from higher pressure to the lower pressure, as we seen that all the things are what, positive to negative. So this is more air pressure is here, and here less pressure is there, so wind start blowing from this direction, from lower pressure to the higher pressure. In this way, the wind start moving. So at such a time, air start flowing from higher pressure to the place of lower pressure. At such a time, we feel breeze. Okay, we feel the breeze or wind blowing. Okay, where there is a lower pressure and higher pressure, at that time what happens, the wind is there. Due to this more and less pressure, due to this what happens, the wind start moving from lower pressure to the higher pressure, and this is we called as a breeze, or this is we called as a high wind. Thus the winds are an effect of the difference of air pressure. So what is wind? Wind is the difference in the air pressure. Okay, you will learn more about this in lesson called as a wind in geography. It is there. Now one more activity is given. Take some ice cubes in a glass. If you see here in the picture, we have to take, here in the picture they shown that ice cubes are, and glass up to 3/4 of its height. Up to here we have to take, this is a 3/4 of its height, and we have to take ice in it. Now observe what happens. How did the water droplets appear on the outside of the glass? If you see here, you will see here the drops of waters are here. Okay, these are the drops of waters. They are coming on the surface of this glass. Why these drops of waters are available here? We put the ice inside. Okay, outside there is no water at that time when we are keeping the ice cubes inside it. Then from where is this drop of waters came from? So due to this ice cube, what happens actually, how did the droplets appear? That is due to the ice cubes in the glass. What they told you, due to the ice cubes in the glass, the air surrounding the glass cools down. Here air is there. Okay, here air is there. This air, what happens, it cools, and as you know that air has a water vapors also, and that water vapors are there, it get condenses, and what happens, we see the false drops of water on the surface of this glass. Okay, as the water vapor in the air cools down, it condenses and get transferred into water. Condensation process, you know, no? The vapors are converted into water again. This process is called as a what? This process is called as a condensation. Now what happens, transform into water? It is this water that collect on outer surface of the glass, and this is the water. We are not pouring the water or putting water drops on it. These water drops are, it is nothing but it a condensation of the water vapors from the air, and what happens, due to this we see these drops of water. The level of humidity is different in different places. Okay, if you go to the seashore, the water vapors are more in that places as compared to the places where there is a dry climate. The level of humidity is different in different places. Similarly, humidity level is also what happens changes is time to time during the period of single day. And humidity level, morning time what happens, we see the dew drops on the leaves. Okay, these leaves are there, and on that leaves we see the drops of water. Okay, so these drops of water is nothing but the condensation of water due to this. Okay, in Marathi we say that Davabindu. Okay, so these are the forming on the surface of this water. Now what they told you, and the afternoon time what happens, there is a dry climate is there. Okay, so what they told you, humidity level is there also changes time to time during the period of single day. So morning time it is more humidity, afternoon time it is less, and evening time it is also little bit more than that of the afternoon. The level of humidity of air is determined by its capacity to hold the water vapor. The level of humidity is determined, means how to find out the level of humidity. If you go towards the seashore, the more water vapors are present, means if it is a seashore, the sea water evaporates due to the sunlight, and then what happens, it get mixes into the air around it, and due to this what happens, the water the air which is near the sea level, what happens, it has a more water vapors. Okay, and during the night or dawn, the temperature of the air is low. Okay, in the morning, night, or in the dawn, otherwise in the night what happens, there is a during this time when the temperature is of air is low and its capacity to hold vapor is less. Okay, holding the capacity is less, at such a time the excess vapors are transferred into water drop, and that is why we called as a dew, and these are the dew drops. What they told you, at night, otherwise in the dawn, in the morning, before 8 o'clock, at that 6 o'clock, at that time what happens, the capacity of air to hold this water vapor is very less because there is a less temperature, sunlight is not available. So at that time what happens, this water which is present in the air, it condenses, and due to this on the leaves of the grass, otherwise tree leaves are there whatever, where there is a cool places are there, at that places we see the small drops, and these drops are called as a dew drops. In the afternoon, when the temperature of the air is high, now in the afternoon time, what, the air sunlight is there, the temperature is more, okay, is high, the capacity of air to hold the moisture also decreases, so increases, means due to sunlight what happens, its capacity or temperature of to holding the water is increases, and then compared to its full capacity to hold the water, the proportion of moisture in the air is less. So what they told you, compared to its full capacity to hold the water, the proportion of moisture in the air is less. So my moisture is less, and we feel that air is dry in the afternoon time. The proportion of water vapor in the air is highly during monsoon seasons are there, no, that time proportion of water vapor is more in the air when monsoon is there at that time. In the coastal areas, as a result, we feel dampness or the humidity. Coastal region means where there is a seashore is there, in that places. Okay, so now we will see the formation of dews. Okay,
The word please is not always nice.
In parts of the world, the ground and other exposed objects are covered in water. Not with rain, but with dew. But where did it come from? Like rain, it comes from the air. Every body of air has a level of humidity. Absolute humidity concerns the amount of water vapor in an air mass, but that's not very practical. Relative humidity, however, refers to the percentage of water vapor in the air compared to the maximum amount it can carry. So a 25% relative humidity means the air can hold 4 times its current amount of water. If the air is really muggy, where the relative humidity is 100%, no more water can be evaporated. At 100%, water vapor must condense into a liquid. It doesn't necessarily have to be 100% where you're standing for rain to fall, just 100% where the rain cloud is. This point is for water to condense The cold ground cools the air around it. Since the temperature goes down, the relative humidity increases, and we approach the dew point. Once the relative humidity reaches 100%, it condenses into dew. This is very similar to a cold drink on a hot day. The outside of the glass will cool the surrounding air, causing the water vapor in the air to condense into liquid water. On a hot day, temperatures drop below freezing. That dew becomes frost, or even ice. Next time you have a cold drink on a hot day, and water droplets begin to form on the container, just remember, you have created synthetic dew. And until next time, thanks for
Now we saw how the dews are formed on the leaves of the trees. Okay, now see here one more question they are asking to us. In summer, wet cloths are there. In summer, wet cloths are there. These wet cloths dry quickly, but in rain they do not. Nowadays also what happens, it is rainy season and our clothes are not becomes dry very fastly, but in summer it dries very fastly. The reason behind it is that the air content of air water vapors in the air. Nowadays in rainy season or in rainy season, what happens, the water vapors are more in the air, so its capacity to absorb more water vapors water from the atmosphere is less as compared to summer. In summer season there is a sunlight is more in that season, and due to this what happens, it absorbs more and more water vapors from the wet cloths, and due to this what happens, clothes are become very dry very fastly as compared to the rainy season. Okay, deeper uncorked inverted empty bottle in a slanting position into the water in a wide container, what do you observe? Okay, if this is a what they happens, if we take the water in this container, and what happens, if we hold this bottle inside it, we see if it is filled with the water, then what happens, we see the drops bubbles of the air, it is coming out of from this. Okay, same way what happens, deep and uncorked inverted empty bottle. See here they shown you, this is the uncorked bottle, it is inverted inside the water. You see these are tiny air is coming out from this water. So what do you observe? That is, we see the air is present inside that bottle. What changes takes place in a balloon or on filling air in it? If we feel the air in it, then what happens, it blows. It slowly what happens, its size increases and it achieve its maximum size of this maximum size, and it blows. Okay, and it take a shape. Then we came to know from this activity above, the air has a properties like occupying space. Okay, air has a property, which property? It occupies space. Having a certain volume, having a mass, means it has certain volume, it has certain mass, and it has certain weight. Okay, air is a mixture of very fine particles of some gases. Air, it is a mixture of very fine particles of some gases. So from this what we are understanding, air occupies space. In this activity, the air is coming outside, and then place of air who is taking, the water is taking. So what happens, from this what we are understanding, that air occupies space. Air has a mass, that air has mass, which where we seen that balloons experiment, when we are taking inflated balloon one side, if we are keeping, and the another is bigger balloon, if we keep it, then what happens, this side shows slanting position, or the straws, this side of the where their inflated balloon is there, that side goes down, and it shows that air has a mass. Here it shows, in this picture it shows the air acquires space, it shows air has a mass. Okay, and mass and weight. Now what is air? What is air? Air is nothing but it is a mixture of very fine particles. Okay, and which particles are those? These are the particles of gases, these are the particles of dust, smoke and moisture. When rays of light falls on these minute particles, the particles spread the light in all direction. What they told you? If this is the particle and this sunlight, when it falls, this is the particle suppose, and when sunlight falls on it, what happens? The particles spread the light in all directions. So when this light ray falls on it, it reflects, like how mirror, when light falls on it and it reflects. You people are playing, why watch, when light watch on your watch glass is there, and when light falls on it, what happens? It reflection, you are looking on the floor of the what, on the top of the where you are standing at that position. This natural phenomena is called as a scattering of light. This natural phenomenon is called as a scattering of light. So what is the definition of scattering light? When light rays are there, it falls on the minute particles. The particles spread the light in all directions, and this is called as a scattering of light. Okay, now next part is the temperature regulation. Okay, so what is temperature regulation? The earth receives energy from sun. As you know that earth, where is we are getting the energy? From the sun. This energy is reflected by the earth in the form of heat. Okay, this energy is there, it is reflected by the earth in the form of heat. The constituents of air surrounding the earth, such as water vapor, then carbon dioxide, absorb the part of the heat and give it to other constituents. And what happens? Give it to other constituents of air. As a result, earth's surface remains warm and thereby becomes suitable for living world. Okay, the main reason is that why living things exist on the surface of the earth, that is the region is the favorable temperature for the living organisms. It is present on the earth for this these things. If there were no air on the earth, what will happen? If there were no air on the earth, average temperature of earth's surface would have been very low. Okay, would have been very low. So from this, what we are understanding, that the earth we are getting energy from the sun. Okay, and reflect the energy. Now this energy is there, what happens? It is stored, it is reflected by the earth in the form of heat. Okay, and the constituents of air surrounding, which constituents are there? Water vapor, carbon dioxide, these particles are there, they are absorbing the heat from that environment and give to the other constituents of the air, and that absorb energy, what happens? It is getting other constituents of the air. As a result, earth remains warm. Okay, and due to this, earth temperature is rises or it warm, and thereby it becomes suitable for, means the favorable condition for the living organism is developed. And if there were no air on the earth, average temperature of the earth's surface would have been, what happens? Very low. If air is not there, then average temperature will be low. And here use a brain powers question. What would happen if all air surrounding is removed? What will happen? The vacuum is created. And what happens? The living things will not exist in that such a situation, and vacuum is created on the earth. Will sound be heard in the space? Why will in space the sound we cannot heard? On the earth only we can heard, because there is a medium is necessary for the propagation of sound that we knows. And this propagation of sound, what happens? And which medium is there on the earth? Air is the medium, and due to this, what happens? The propagation of sound takes place, and we are hearing the sound. Now next is the transmission of sound. All the sound that we hear reach us through the surrounding air. From where it is coming? From surrounding air. The density of air changes is due to change in temperature. What they told you? The density of air changes due to change in temperature. As the temperature changes, its density also changes. In winter, the density of air is increases. In winter, density is increases. So we can hear the whistle of density increases, what I am telling. So we are listen the whistle or whistle of a distance of train clearly in the morning in winter. In winter, if we are if it is a far away, the railway station is there, then we can hear the train sound very clearly in winter season. And reason behind it is that its a density increases, and what happens? Clearly in the morning, air is useful as a medium for transmission of sound. So that is the reason. This question may be asked you in the give reasons inside. What is the question? What will be the question then? We can hear this whistle of the distant train clearly early in the morning in winter, and the reason behind it is that nothing but the density of the air is what more in the winter season. Okay, so today we will stop here only, and the next part of the lesson we will see in our next lecture. So today we seen that the some activities we seen which shows this is we seen the fountain of effect of air pressure inside, we seen the fountain. Then we saw the this also I showed you, dew drops also I shown you in the formation of dew, and these dew drops are there, drops are I shown you in the video. After that we saw this is the activity scattering of light also we saw, and you have to learn the definitions in from this lesson. And which are the definitions are here? The definitions are scattering of light. This is one definition. Upside we will see. And all these use your brain power question and can you discuss. All these questions you have to write in your notebook. Okay, and after that you have to write this definition of, here is this definition of scattering of light, definition of scattering, learn by heart also, draw these figures of activities, and then here one more definition is there, that is transmission of sound. That definition you have to note down and learn this definition. So today we will stop here only, and next point we will see in our next lecture. Okay, thank you.